Yo, afternoon, family. All right, so real quick, I know it's lunchtime, man, but I want to talk to you guys that's shopping for Invicta pieces. If you go to Shop HQ, if you don't know about Shop HQ, man, I'm gonna cover some stuff. And I got a few watches with me here right now. Plus, I'm gonna show you some others, man, because I know the rise in gas prices and the cost of bread and milk right now probably got people like, I really want to watch or really want some jewelry or something like that, but I'm not trying to spend that extra money, man. We're gonna go through a few options for you, know what I'm saying? So, cue that music. Yo, what's going on, family, man? It's me, your boy Trap Vision 3D, man, and I'm out here in this, I won't say beautiful weather, but I'm actually pretty hot. It's humid right now. It's about 78 degrees, supposed to get up to 95 or something like that, but I feel the humidity. But it is what it is, man. So, welcome to the lifestyle, man. So, got a few watches behind me, man, but before I go any further, watch of the day is a piece. If you follow me on Instagram or any other, y'all know that I fancy this piece. If you find a watch that you like, man, you stick to it, wear the mess out of it. I don't care how much you pay for it. If you paid 10 grand for it or $30,000, man, wear the watch, enjoy it, love it, all that good stuff. All right, so let's jump right into this. All right, family, so what I got right now is a 3 watch roll, and I have a few watches in here that people have been popping and looking at. There are a bunch of ratings online where people have reviewed these watches, and we're going to go through each one, man. But the biggest thing is there's a few questions I want to answer, and I've talked about this in the past. Some of you guys will send me a comment or inbox me asking like, hey, where did you find this watch? How much did you pay for it? Where should I look? And let me just say this. There are a number of places that you can buy these watches from. There are a number of places. JCPenney sell Invicta watches. Zales sell Invicta watches. Something that you can go and check it out. But normally when you see a watch at Zales, it's going to be like your pro divers, your specialties. And specialties are just like pro divers. You'll see anything from 40 millimeters all the way up to the 47, 48. Every once in a while, you'll see a shack piece or a JT. Zales is definitely may have, I'm not saying always, but they'll have shack pieces because I don't know if you guys know this, Shack actually sells jewelry in Zales. He got his own jewelry. And we'll talk about, I got an Invicta piece here. We'll get into that in a second. But if, for the rest of you guys noticed that in the past 6 or 7 months, Invicta has come out with a number of new styles, man. The Helios is one of them. Of course, like I always talk about the Thermal Glow, and there's a bunch of watches that came out. But for those of you guys who are like, man, where do I start? And I tell you this, whatever just grabs your attention. But if you want to know, like, okay, is their watch worth it? So, for example, let's jump off into this real quick. Double Open Heart seems like the thing that's going right now. So I have this right here, right? This is a Venom hybrid. Now, I'm going to tell you this. They call it Fusion. I still call it hybrid. I'm probably, me and Tommy Big Time, you will see it on his channel. Semicon Reviews will review watches other than just your typical pro diver, which I have one of those here. Because here's the deal. These watches they don't have any type of heritage in comparison to like a Rolex. You know what I'm saying? So like Rolex has been across channels of water. They've been deep parts of water. They're, you've got watches like not Aragon, but Omega going out up in space and all this other stuff. So these watches, which some of them have been in space, in 2013, Invicta launched a number of their watches in outer space, to the edges of space, or whatever. You can look it up. But these watches don't hold that type of heritage in the watch community, but people still like them. You know what I'm saying? I actually saw this watch. It was referred to as a hockey puck because it is pretty thick, man, 52 millimeter. And look at the crown guard on it. Crown guard actually, and it's friction based. So You see that right there? That piece is going to fix right into that. And will that wear out over time? I haven't had one fail on me yet, but I have seen reviewers show theirs. Now, it snaps. And I saw a reviewer do, he actually said, hey, this thing's flimsy. And he wasn't, like, he didn't push it all the way in. Like, he was just tapping it up there. Like, hey, it's not closing. But, and he could have had a bad one. I can't say if he did or not. But, of course, got the 120 click bezel. You have Superluminova on the dial and a double opal heart. And this one has a meter at the top of it. Now, the price ranges on these, man. I got this for a great price because it was a 40% off coupon. So I got this for around 150 bucks. These normally range, what you got to see on the screen right now, that's what they normally range. So is this something that you may like? Is it something affordable? You make that decision, man. You know what I'm saying? But, like, you have to see the beauty in this thing. So you have automatic, and it is a Chinese movement.
I don't. Emotional, damn it!
They say Invicta doesn't have any, there's no quality in Invicta, right? I've heard them, people say that. So what I had to do was, so you see these slits? This piece just actually dropped through there, hit the concrete. So I'll let you see where it landed. Landed right there on the bracelet. I actually wiped off the concrete, but you can kind of see. So I just dropped my watch. I've heard reviewers say that these watches are cheap and they'll fall apart. I do have some watches that I've dropped before and they either glass shattered or like had some type of damage. But I think sometimes what happens is when a reviewer get these, they are so hard pressed against Invicta to where they won't give it its proper due. And I think, and I understand that some people don't like to have that Invicta on there, or they just say, hey, why? Well, I can tell you there's hundreds of thousands of people that actually like, the Invicta timepieces. They like that IR. They love the Invicta logo on it. And the biggest thing about Invicta is the colorways, So if you like a hip hop head or you like sneakers and stuff like that, or if you want to just match up, these are definitely the pieces that you want to go with. But this one, which I just want to show you, I don't have, and I'll let you look at it properly. Of course, outside of having fingerprints, I just dropped this watch. Just dropped it. If you see any imperfections, put it in the chat. I'm pretty sure I'm going to examine it in detail, but don't seem damaged to me. In this watch right here, this is a Reserve Pro Diver 47 millimeter. This watch right now is going for around 180 or something like that. I think it's well worth the money. It has a quartz movement in it. Invicta do have some that, like in this style with that Reserve bracelet, that have the Valjoux movements. You can't buy the Valjoux anymore unless you buy from another collector. But this watch, man, like for what it's worth, let me see. I'm looking at the hands too. You see the hands are still moving, and I just dropped it. It's probably like a 2-foot drop. So and I'd have been highly upset, and I still would have filmed. I still would have showed you. If it broke, I'd have told you, like, yo, that thing, Invicta, you failed. But for the money. The other thing that I never talk about, Invicta jewelry. Now, brand loyalty, man, like it's crazy. So people that really like Invicta will get off into this. So this dog tag, I actually bought this dog tag, what was it, 6 months ago? I've worn it a few times. I worn it to a couple of Invicta events, man. And of course I got it because you guys know that. If you don't know, I'm a vet. So the dog tag actually, is inspiring to me. I dig it. And I give them a 10 plus on their jewelry, even though it's plated in the blue label. This will match any of your blue label stuff. I think it's cool though when you're talking about brand loyalty. Now I'm gonna show you this. This right here is called the Man of War, but this is the ghost version because you can see straight through it. See my finger on the other side. It's automatic. Some of the ones that Invicta have are pure mechanical, but this one has best of both worlds. You can actually set this thing, give it a shake, and let it go. Now, what do you see? For those that knows watches, look at the case design. That screams Panerai, right? Look at the. Now this is what I like about the crown guard. You pull that piece down right there. It was friction based. It's pretty tough to get it off. And then you just pull that, and then you have access to that, which is screw down. Now these vary in price. This is a 54 millimeter, so it's gonna wear pretty big. Let you see what it looks like on the wrist. So it takes up a lot of real estate. You see it has that dome crystal, right? So of course it gives it a magnified look. It has superluminova on the chapter rings, as you can see, for the number markers. And then you just see that bridge movement, which is beautiful, man. I think it's from an art. It's like a lot of art, artistic look, artistic design, and of course a lot of fingerprints. I'm sorry, I had my glove somewhere. I don't know what I did with it, but and it's on a rubber strap, which I think is pretty dope. You can wear this. You can dress this up or down. It is pretty thick too, so trying to slide this underneath like suit, sleeve or something like that may be a little challenging. But that right there, that actually comes in a 54 and a 48 millimeter. Now, this last piece may cause some controversy. It may even start a war. So, Invicta's been putting out a lot of nice watches. They've been putting out some watches that may be questionable amongst the crowd. But there's one in particular watch that Invicta had before. It was Imperious at one point, but now Invicta has rights to it. And they have Imperious as well as the Invicta logo on this particular piece. Right? Yes. This is called the X-Wing. This used to be an Imperious timepiece, right? So look at the case. It's fixed. There's nothing to spin, of course, but look at all of the beautiful screws, the design. And as you can tell, that X factor is going in there, so that hence the name X-Wing. Plus, I call them paddle shifters, but like A button and B button, as you can see right there. Chronograph, mother pearl on the dial, beautiful watch. You know, you got that blue and that beautiful mother of pearl. Chronograph, date window, stainless steel. Look at that. Ah, beautiful. But you know the beauty about this? Why I said this is going to cause a war, controversy? Like, you can get this piece right now. The prices range anywhere from like 150, well up to, if you get it with diamonds on it, well in the thousands, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they do have them with the R150. They have them in the VD54, 53. They have like automatic, like they got everything. But, you know, aesthetically speaking, people buy it just because of the way it looks. But is it worth your time? With, like, look at the bracelet. You see how the bracelet kind of tapers down, and you got that middle clasp and everything. But here's the crazy thing. Here's the controversial thing about it. This belongs to my wife. And lately, she's been posting all my watches on Instagram. Watches she know I don't want her to touch. So guess what? I just kidnapped your watch. I got it. It's mine for today, for right now. Look, I'm just touching all over. Yeah, hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Isn't this what you do on a regular basis? Well, watch should I pick for today? Yeah, I have your watch hostage. Yes, this is war. It is war. DC, stay out of my stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Quit touching. Like, grab a regular pro dive or something. If you want to take a picture in my watches, just grab something basic. Stay out of my stuff. You feel me? Jeez. Sorry. Anyway, moving forward, I will say, of the watches I just showed you, I'm gonna tell you the best buys. You can't go wrong with a pro diver with different colors, right? Different colorways, and if you just happen to get this one, came in the red. I think there was a yellow one that was floating around out there. You have that butterfly style clasp, and you have screws for the actual links. You have screws to the back, so when you do need to change the battery, or if you want to send it to the jeweler to get the battery changed, do that. Screw down crown, of course. And I believe this watch, I could be wrong, but I believe it's like over 600 feet of water. Like, you can go swimming. Don't even worry about it. Go swimming. You know what I'm saying? And don't even worry about it. Well crafted, well constructed. You know, for $160, and plus there's a coupon roaming out there, man. The thing could be like $100 in your pocket. I mean, $100 in their pocket, because you about to spend the money. But then you get into the X-Wings, man. The X-Wings are crafted. I mean, and they got some weight to it. the design itself is beautiful. So that's my time. I'm about to finish my walk and finish doing push-ups. Y'all know, you know what I'm saying, I've been doing the PTSD push-ups, PTSD Awareness Month push-ups. Also, man, give a shout out to my man Anwar Weeze, Slim Weeze over there from Meeting Eye. Today is his birthday, you know what I'm saying? So stop by his channel, man. Give my man like the birthday wishes and all this other stuff, man. He has excelled. He's been pushing forward, man, and just life, bro. Like you living. You out here doing your thing, man. So I salute you today. Other than that, man, you guys already know what it is. Until the next lightning strike, man, y'all be blessed.